Bienvenidos! Welcome everybody! Today I have a few sentence structures to learn Spanish faster and more efficiently. It all starts with the verb querer, which means to want. There are two main structures. The first one is querer conjugated to the person plus an article plus a noun. For example, quiero un vaso con agua. Quiero un vaso con agua. I want a glass of water. Quiero un millón de dólares. Quiero un millón de dólares. I want $1 million. Quiero un carro nuevo. Quiero un carro nuevo. I want a new car. Quiero una manzana. Quiero una manzana. I want an apple. Quiero una casa grande. Quiero una casa grande. I want a big house. Quiero una fiesta para mi cumpleaños. Quiero una fiesta para mi cumpleaños. I want a party for my birthday. So we can use very short sentences or we can make them really long, depending on what we're trying to say. We can also use va as the article. Just remember that in Spanish, there are 4 words that mean va depending on the noun. For example, quiero la casa. I want the house. La is for feminine singular nouns. Quiero el carro. I want the car. El is used for singular masculine nouns. Quiero las manzanas. I want the apples. Las is used for feminine plural nouns. Quiero los zapatos. I want the shoes. Los is used for plural masculine nouns. So you can use it with un, una, or even the plural of those, unos, unas, or you can use them with el, la, los, las. It all depends on what you're trying to say. The second structure with querer is the verb querer conjugated to the person, a second verb, but this one stays in infinitive form, so it means it's not conjugated, and a complement. For example, quiero ir a la fiesta. Quiero ir a la fiesta. I want to go to the party. Quiero ir a la tienda. I want to go to the store. Quiero ir al banco. I want to go to the bank. So here we use quiero plus ir and then the complement or the place. But we can use other verbs as well. For example, quiero comprar un carro nuevo. Quiero comprar un carro nuevo. I want to buy a new car. Or quiero salir temprano del trabajo. Quiero salir temprano del trabajo. I want to leave early from work. Or another example, quiero aprender a hablar español. Quiero aprender a hablar español. I want to learn to speak Spanish. And you can use other verbs depending on what you're trying to say here. You can also use these structures with other persons. You just need to learn the verb conjugation of querer, but everything else stays the same. In this example, you want, for the informal you in singular form, is tú quieres. Tú quieres $1 millón de dólares. You want $1 million. For usted, the formal you, él, he, or ella, she, will use quiere. Usted quiere ir a la fiesta. Usted quiere ir a la fiesta. You want to go to the party. For nosotros or nosotras, the we forms, it will be queremos. Queremos salir temprano del trabajo. We want to leave work early. And for vosotros or vosotras, it will be queréis. Queréis una casa grande. You want a big house. For ustedes, the plural you, ellos or ellas, they, the verb is quieren. Quieren comprar un carro nuevo. They want to buy a new car. In Spanish, it's not necessary to use the personal pronouns because we do the verb conjugations to the person. And of course, these are all present tense conjugations, but you can use past and future ones as well. We can also form negative sentences, and it's very simple in Spanish. It's really just adding the word no before the main verb to the affirmative sentence. For example, no quiero una manzana. I don't want an apple. If you want to use the pronoun, the word no is placed between the pronoun and the verb. Yo no quiero ir a la fiesta. I don't want to go to the party. So now you can go back to the video and turn all of those affirmative sentences into negative ones. And to ask questions in Spanish, it's also very simple. You can use the affirmative sentence and turn it into a question. For example, ¿Quieres aprender a hablar español? ¿Quieres aprender a hablar español? Do you want to learn how to speak Spanish? Or, ¿quieren salir temprano del trabajo? ¿Quieren salir temprano del trabajo? Do you want to leave early from work? So we give it that question intonation, but you can see that we also open with an interrogation mark at the beginning. It's important to use that interrogation mark because that indicates it's a question. I hope this is helpful. To learn other useful structures in Spanish, go watch this video next. Muchas gracias.